أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Nahmadu nasta'inu nastaghfiruhu na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa taslim ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah for giving us this wonderful day. The holy month of Ramadan is over. The people came to Masjid and glowed the month of Ramadan. If you attended the Masjid, you claimed the month of Ramadan because of the social interaction, know that Ramadan is over. If you came to Ramadan because you like the environment of that month, know that Ramadan is over. If you came to Ramadan but came to Masjid for any frivolous reason that I'm not named, know that Ramadan is over. But Allah, as you know, is the Lord forever. The Lord forever. Allah is not just the Lord during the holy month of Ramadan. For Allah is the Lord of this day as well. He's the Lord of every single day and for the whole universe. So yes, Ramadan, Allah is our Lord forever. So we serve the Lord of the month of Ramadan because it was the month of Ramadan. We should serve Allah, and Allah is the same Lord. We should serve Allah now. The whole month is about serving God. The highest title that we can have as human beings on this earth is to be Allah. Is to be a servant, not president, not CEO, not head of this corporation, and that corporation, this position, that position. The highest reward that any human being, or title that any human being can have, is that of a servant of Allah. That's it. All the prophets, and when I open up, when we say, talk about Islam, we say, Al-Quhu wa Rasulih. We say, Al-Quhu, that he was a servant before he became a Rasul. You must be a servant to be and a good servant to be promoted. You must be a good servant to be promoted in the eyes of God. You go up in the eyes. When I go down, move up. You'll be a good servant. For those who are not good workers, you want to get rid of him. You don't want him around. You don't promote him. They just there like dead weight. a dead weight here on the job. Okay. This dead weight. Yeah, it is. This, sir. Okay. So all the messengers, prophets, it was 240,000 prophets, plus all of them were servants. All the Anbiya were servants of God. Okay. We say the Prophet Muhammad is Khatam al-Nabiyyin. He's the seal of prophethood. Nabuwah, the prophethood. But all of them were, we want to talk about one in particular, Musa alayhi salam. In particular, it is said, it's very good, Musa is mentioned in our book, the Quran, 136 times. And I think Allah is telling us some of that. Because the Prophet Muhammad said he's only mentioned, 4 or 5 times. But Moses, peace be upon him, is mentioned 136 times in our Quran. And the son of the prophet only mentioned 4 times. Oh, I was telling you something. There's a very good ayah in the Quran that deals with a particular episode. Different episodes of the story of Musa in the Quran. One particular episode we'll talk about to start with. يسألونك أهل الكتاب أن تنزل عليه كتاب من السماء. Well, Allah said, they ask you to send a book down from the sky, ready to read. This have one drop down in our laps from the sky. Then we will believe you. You send a book down to us. Sa'alu Musa Akbar. They asked Moses, for something greater than that. Greater than just sending a book down. Something greater than that. I'm reading that Jaharahu. They asked Musa to show us Allah in public. Bring God here in public. The Quran tells us, bring him here in public so we can serve him personally. Bring him here in public. We want to see Allah, God, face to face in the Quran, representing the Quran. There's a beautiful companion story that goes along with this that really highlights some very good lessons for us with this request of the Hebrews to bring Allah down, bring him down here in public so we can see him publicly. One story is told by scholars that pertains to this episode. It is said that some of them were very specific. Bring him down for dinner so we can dine with him. We want to give him food. We want to serve him like that. We want to give him food. We want to give him his props personally, face to face. So bring Allah down. We want to serve him so we can serve him best, and he was here with us. So, needless to say, Musa was frustrated that he didn't like that at all. But remember, he had asked to see Allah, and Allah cast his glory on the mountain. Remember that? In the mountain, the hill dissolved. So he didn't like that. He thought they knew better too. So he was a little irritated by that. He gave them a long lesson on how Allah is infinite, He's all powerful, He's absolute. He does not have a mouth, and He does not eat, and He is not like you and me, not like us. How can I bring Him down then? And He's not like us at all. Beautiful lesson. So he railed against them and tongue lashed them. And he really didn't like it. How dare you say that? Made him look silly. And Musa, his son, he's the one that Allah spoke to. Khalid, was his title, Kalimullah. Kalimullah, the one Allah spoke to, he spoke to him. Hebrew Kalimullah, he's Kalimullah. So it said that after they made the request, he went back on the mount, Sinai. And Allah, in his revelation, his inspiration, his talking to him, inquired about that. And it said that Allah said, well, go back and tell them to fix a feast for me. I will come down. Go back and fix a feast for me. So Musa didn't understand that. Very disturbing to him. But being a good servant, he did, as he was told. It's difficult for you to go back and admit you were wrong. After you had just criticized some people, you had to go back and say, well, you had to swallow your pride. You had to be a good servant to do that. So when back on the people, he had to admit to the people that he was wrong. God Almighty, the absolute, will come, fix a feast. And it said that they busied themselves the next day with preparing a feast for Allah. They were in a frenzy, a lot of commotion, busy going on. And in the midst of this commotion, they were so busy looking forward to serving the Lord, providing food, the ultimate act of service. Providing food to the Lord, said and get this, an old man walked in from the desert. And he walked in and he asked them for some food and something to drink. They told him, we don't have any food. We're busy. We're too busy. Go away. We're preparing food for this feast, this great feast for our Lord. We want to have him here in public so we can serve him, so he can know that we love him. So go away. So they rejected the old man. So that day, they fixed the feast. Dinner time came and went. The afternoon came and went. The evening came and went. Nightfall came and went. The Hebrews got very impatient with Moses, agitated with him. We thought you told us that he was going to come. First you told him he can't eat, then you said he's going to eat. Are you really a prophet? That was a good question. What are you telling? Are you really a prophet? So Musa, needless to say, did not feel good about that. So we went back, then Kalimullah, embracing Allah. And Allah told him this. Said that the old man who came out of the desert was my servant. Had you given him food, the food would have been for me. When you serve my servants, my brother, when you serve my servants, he told Musa this, you serve my servants, you serve me. Squeeze in, brothers. Give them 2 4 backs. Thank you, Lord. When you serve Allah's servants, you serve him. What is the lesson in this? What's the lesson in this? We can't have righteousness before God. We can't stand before God and have righteousness, my brother, with God if we don't have righteousness with each other. What we look like, we want to be righteous people, righteous in the eyes of God, my sister, and we're not righteous with each other in here, or among ourselves, or on your jobs, or in your family, or with your children, or with other people in society who are not like you. If you have righteousness with them, how can you be righteous with God? That's hypocritical. You serve Allah's servants. You serve your family. You serve the babies you have, your spouses, your children, other people in the neighborhood, in society. Then, my brother, when you have that concern, then, not just talking, I'm not going to talk to them, well, we're going to do this, well, we're going to do this, we're going to, no. You have to serve other people. Alhamdulillah. Then you serve God. Who's going to have us up? What are we going to continue this morning? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Salatu wa salam ala Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi tasneem. Alhamdulillah. So we're talking about the narrative of Musa alayhi salam. Well, Allah has the words, Hala atah hala Khalid Musa. Has the story of Musa reached you? وإذا ناداه ربه بالوحد المقدس طوى. Behold, his Lord did call him the sacred valley of Tuwa. At Hitler, it died Fir'aun in the whole Tahwa. And he told me, go to Pharaoh. Pharaoh was his adversary's enemy. What did he want him to do with his enemy? Did he want him to destroy the enemy? No. I think this is the most beautiful part of this passage. Go to Pharaoh, and say, وَقُلْ هَلْ لَكَ إِلَّا تَزَكَّى. Go to Pharaoh. هَلْ لَكَ إِلَّا أَن تَزَكَّى, and ask him, would you like to be purified? I think that is absolutely beautiful. He didn't say go destroy. He said, go to your enemy and ask him, would you like to be purified? My brother, he said, purified. Would you like to be purified? That's what he told him to ask him. And that I guide you to the Lord, that you may fear him. فأعرف إيات الكبرى. And that I guide you over may fear him. Then Musa showed his great signs. The captive were awesome. He was false, and he rejected the signs. When we look at this narrative, all the different episodes of Musa that's mentioned in our Quran, we see historical events. Those historical events are not just there for us to know history. Those events are there to teach us lessons. There are metaphors and signs and lessons there for us today. When Musa went to Pharaoh to lead the Hebrews, the Hebrews were not released until Allah had visited their land with plague after plague after plague. And then they had the birth of the nation. That was a lesson there. And after they were released, and let me tell you something else. Here's another lesson for Pharaoh. Each time Allah would visit him with plagues, he would promise to release the Hebrews. Each time he would promise and he would renege, and Allah would do another plague, and another plague. Each time a plague, as if he was forgetful. Are we forgetful sometimes? When we have our difficulties in life, do we forget Allah as well? So they were released from their bondage. Beautiful story. And as they were released, they was going towards the land of Canaan, the land of milk and honey, the promised land of milk and honey. And they had Pharaoh and his army, the very best army on earth, the mightiest army on earth, the most well-trained army and soldiers on earth, all the ladies and weaponry, had them at their backs, chasing them. But they're trying to make it to the promised land. But they get to an impassable, what seemingly was an impassable juncture to get to the Red Sea. And they ain't got no boat, no canoes. You have the most powerful army behind them. They get to the impassable juncture, object, the Red Sea in front of them. What do? What happens then? But as I said, this is for us. All the scriptures, certain scripture has to be indigenized. They have to speak to us here and now. If not, they're not relevant to us. If I cannot make it speak to us, if I cannot bring it to this address here where we are on earth, what good is it then? What good is it to quote it and talk about it if you can't bring it to this address? We have to indigenize this stuff, the classics. So they had the 100 best army on earth behind them. They got the Red Sea in front of them, and seemed the impossible junction. What did they do? Did they give up? Very difficult, critical situation they're in. No, they don't give up. With their faith, they stepped into the Red Sea, the water. Now, this is the key. Another great lesson. Allah parted the water. But my brother, he didn't part the, listen to this, he did not part the water until they stepped into the water. They had to step into the difficulty, step into what seemed to be impossible, step into what they thought they could not do. They had to step into the water. Sometimes we just step into the water. It didn't happen, my brother. They stepped into the water. Insurmountable difficulty. They had to step into it. They didn't run from it. They didn't give up. They had to step into the water. When they stepped into the water, we had Allah, because He parted the seas for us. I know personally, He parted some major seas for me. I was getting up on. He parted seas for me. Has He parted the seas for you? Has Allah parted water? He parted seas for you? Have you been in a critical, difficult juncture where it looked like it was bleak? There's no help and no chance of your survival, or no chance you can go forward, or no chance you can progress. Allah parted a sea for you. This is the key. You have to step into it with faith. Shaitan is trying to remove faith in the hearts and minds of people. So they just victims in. You have to step into it with faith. That's the stipulation. As individuals, as a community. I know the Muslim community worldwide is in that situation today. They're very dire straits, difficult straits, very dire straits, very dire straits. They have to have the faith. I mean, clear faith. I'm not talking about culture. I'm not talking about following the culture. have a clear faith. Too many times we got the culture all mixed in. We don't know culture from his heart. I'm not talking about, we step into the faith of Allah. Allah control all the forces of heaven and earth. Allahu Aziz Hakim. Look at step in the faith. I know it looked like one time when we wanted to buy the property next door. 40 years. 40 years we talked about buying the property next door, and it was just a dream like a pipe dream. It was just, we'll just talk about we knew we weren't going to do it. 40 years. Go to the property behind us. Until we stepped with faith, and we stepped into it with faith. And Allah parted the sea for us. And it made it happen when we thought it couldn't happen. We want to build a mosque next door. It seemed insurmountable people to us. We're like the Hebrews. You know, I said the best army in the world right behind them, and Pastor Joshua in front of them, and they had the best weapons the army did behind them, and the Hebrews didn't have any weapons at all. They never used any weapons, didn't have anything. It was a minority in Egypt that had nothing at all. They had never used weapons, only a few of them, and they succeeded. So it looks like it's insurmountable. But we don't have that. We had to step into it. The law controls all the forces. So everything we've done has been like that. You know, with the school, we have a school, weekend school. People used to say, we don't have a school, we can't have a school, can't. We had a school 20, 30 years ago, but now we can't have a school. How we stepped into the school? I was the only teacher at the school at one time. Then we had 6 teachers. Brother who runs the school, I asked him to run the school. He told me he had 6 years enrolled at one time. We had to step into it. Yeah. We can't have home back. We had to step into it. We used to go down and pass their clothes and stuff down the street, knock on the door with food. Now we got a community center. We stepped into it. And we do want to go past just having clothes and food though. And we didn't want to stop it. We did that 10 years ago. But we had to step into it. And look, they kept trying to make it to the land of milk and honey. Okay. Look at all the obstacles. The army, the Red Sea, and look at it. They spent 40 years in wilderness. 40 years in wilderness. Meaning that the ones who left Egypt are not the ones that made it to the promised land. The ones who left Egypt, their grandchildren made it to the promised land. And it takes sacrifice on the parts of us now for those generations down the road. And we don't sacrifice now for a mosque, a school, and develop this area, you won't have it. Housing and so on, it won't happen. So, if I say, give me $100, give $1,000 back in investment, I have people lined up today to get that $1,000 back. If I say, you give me $100, you get $1,000 back in the future, I don't know about that. Intelligence is when you can put off immediate, instant gratification for future gratification. That is a sign of intelligence. Our and side investment we have here. People look at, well, you get that back right now. No. This is for down the road. 5, 10 years, 15 years down the road. We had to hold on to, we had to go forward with that. If no one steps into the sea now, the water now, it won't happen for our children. Our children be like, oh, well, we should, I wish we could do that. We should have this and this. No, we have an inside investment fund that's projected for the future. Growing funds now. But we don't step into the sea of water, it won't happen for our children. We always 10 years, well, we should have done this. maybe we should do this. We wish we could do this and do that. Why do we do it like this? Everybody's developing around here, we're just talking. We had to step into the sea, we had to trust the law, and realize it may be down, generations down from us. We really see what's to materialize. And that takes vision, takes courage, and most of it takes intelligence. Vision, courage, and intelligence. So in conclusion, we said that the stories of the prophet about us. This story, Musa and Pharaoh, is about us. Those two forces, Musa and Pharaoh. Pharaoh is the propagator. Musa is the liberator. Those two potentials are in us. We have the potential to liberate ourselves, or we have the potential to be a propagator. Propagator is one who's reckless, all by himself, all about him, I, me, no one else. But reckless life, never reliable, in and out of prison, in and out with different people in land here, land there. That's a propagator. He's all about what's good for himself and materialism and I. So we have two, both those potentials in us. The Musa potentials in us to liberate our souls, and the propagator, which is Pharaoh, is in us as well. Everything in our being is designed, my brother, to grow that liberator voice, which is the voice of reason in man. To grow the voice of reason in man. Everything in this being, our prayers, coming to the mosque, reading the Quran, not just once a week, on the mosque. Everything is designed to grow that liberator in us. The incubator, cultivated, you grow. And the wall that propagated. Who's that? That was like other work from the Muslim. Propagated in the night, I'm in that fall, feeling that, the woman of the night. Propagated, acting that, the being has not to feel here. Oh Lord, we pray that you guide us with greater faith. Increase our faith. Increase our strength. Forgive us our sins, our faults. We come to this life.